To begin this bonus sesh, we'll start with a reading by Danielle Schneider from Lisa Rinna's book, Rinnassance.
I had to admit to myself that I was in a funk, and it was largely all my own doing. But my never quit gene kicked in. I realized I had to fix myself first, and then I'd be able to tackle the rest of my dissatisfaction with life. And where, you asked, did I start? By learning how to give a lap dance. Yes, a lap dance class changed my life. It reconnected me to my sexuality and forced me to let go of my inhibitions. I got my mojo back and then some, and my husband got the old, along with the new and improved, Lisa back. Suddenly, I was no longer conscious about my body. I picked up some new bedroom tricks, dusted off the oldies but goodies. Much, much more on that in the sex chapter. Needless to say, we were both pretty happy campers. I discovered that I had the power to change anything in my life. Instead of sitting around feeling sorry for myself and potentially losing my husband, I did something about it.
Powerful. Powerful chapter.
Powerful. That's just the intro, Casey.
That's where we start.
That's where we start.
I'm not going to lie to you. I am learning things.
Yeah.
Because, you know, June Diane and Kulap Vilaysack,
I remember,
both guests on our show, tried to get me to do an S Factor pole dancing class, which is what I believe Lisa's speaking of.
Yes, she is. As I've read more and more, S Factor word comes in thousands of times.
With Miss Sheila S., former actress, who started this. And I'll tell you what, it was the most embarrassing thing I've ever been a part of.
Did you actually go? Because
yes.
They tried to recruit me as well, and I sat that one out. Usually I'm game.
Well, this workout, and I put that in quotes because they're trying to say it's a workout, but it's not.
No, it's not.
It came down from on high from our astrologer, Miss Heidi Rose Robbins.
Oh, Heidi was doing it?
Heidi did this for a year and also claims, like Miss Rinna, that it changed her life and her sexuality. Now, I'm not someone that's in touch with my sexuality.
Not at all me.
I think you more than me.
Well, I'm forced to be.
Right. You were held at gunpoint. No, I could use this class way more than June or Kulap. And maybe that's where the resistance came from, because that's what June and Kulap told me. But I show up to this class. First I called and I'm like, what does one wear?
Yeah, what does one wear?
Danielle, I'll tell you what you wear. They go, here's our policy. And this is a wild look. Sports bra, sports top, a pair of shorts, maybe Umbros or spandex pants.
Umbros?
That's what I wore.
Umbros and sex are two.
Just wait. Your hair must be down. No hairbands allowed. And on your feet, not a joke, 7-inch stripper heels.
What?
So you're in a workout outfit, like a Peg Bundy look.
That is an insane.
And they're trying to say it's a workout. And like occasionally they'll break into like ab workout. But then, okay, this is not a joke. So the room's dark and you're like kind of doing abs with like a bunch of strangers.
In heels.
In
you
heels.
have your heels while you're doing abs?
Then they do just like a walk, because no one can even walk in those shoes.
No.
This is not a normal heel.
No.
You know, this is like
7-inch. I'm struggling if I'm in a pump.
Exactly. If I'm in a wedge, I'm like, oh boy, my back.
If I even have like a flat with like a mild slope, I'm like, ah!
I've had trouble in flip-flops. So my arches, you know, so here we are. Then the room is dark.
Again, we are sexy women.
Yes. The room is dimly lit, like with candlelight, but it's not even real candles. It's like those fake flickers, you know. And there's a pole in the middle.
Just one?
One or two, I think. I was in the beginner class. And then after you do like your workout, which again, I put in quotes, you start stretching yourself geared towards sex. So like you're stretching out your inner thighs in front of everyone. Then you strut around. You just have to practice your sexy walk, and they make you like drag a foot and flick your hair. And I am laughing so hard.
This feels like a bad like improv class that you're forced to take before you find the good one.
Well, I'll tell you what, then you do have to improv with your fellow students, giving them lap dances.
No.
Out of the gate, I've got some gross ass woman grinding on me.
No, this is so bad.
I'm like, this is my Me Too.
This is terrible. This is a nightmare.
It was a living nightmare. June and Kulap went through like every level. And I will admit, we went to Joshua Tree for a retreat that for our friends that Kulap and I led.
I love that you led a retreat. You are in no position.
And I really wasn't when I led this 6 years ago. And at one point, June and Kulap were like, let's just show you what we learned. And I'm like, here they go again, these fucking weirdos. We dim the lights. It's all gals and, of course, Matt McConaughey. I've never been more attracted to Cool Up in June in my life.
Wow.
I will never get it out of my head. It was the most sexy thing I've ever seen in my life.
Really?
Yes. They had combos. They had moves. They're going up against the wall. I was like, It was the most sexy thing I've ever seen. And I asked Cool Up after. I said, has Scott seen these moves? And she replied, we haven't been able to get through all of them.
Jesus H. Christ on a cross.
So, of course I quit, but...
So should we be going back? Should we be doing this? No.
You know what? And we're going to have another bonus sesh devoted to self-help.
Yeah.
It's the only thing I've ever crossed off my list.
Really?
I've said, you know what? If I never get help in this area, I'm good.
I just don't think it's for me. Like, I have taken dance classes, Zumba classes, Zumba, if you will. But even when they say, like, go across the floor, like, by yourself, I break out in a sweat. That I will run away from the class. I love to dance. I don't mind doing it. I just don't like everyone looking at me while I do it across the floor.
No, thank you. I've had to go across the floor by myself with my son Max in like a music class, and I'm like, sweeties.
No, he send him by himself.
I'm not shuffling across the floor in my sweats.
No,
seeing my like fat ass body in the mirror.
No, I don't want to do it. I don't want to see my jiggly arms that look like I'm one of those little things that stands outside of a gas station pointing you to come here.
I'll tell you, Lennon Parham, our friend, has tried to get me on numerous occasions to go to that place. I think it's called
Sweaty Sundays.
Sweaty Sundays.
Yes,
already, nope. But it does sound a little more intriguing.
I did it once.
Oh, tell us, please.
I did it once. It was for a birthday for Lennon.
Yeah, boy.
And they did a routine.
She'll get you there by hook or crook.
She will. It was I think Jess.
You're gonna have to do that at her funeral.
Jess surprised us. It was like a surprise party for her at this place where she walks into the Sweaty Sunday class, and then everyone has surprised her by like being there for her.
Very cute.
It's very sweet. So I'm at the class, and we do a routine that was.
So it's dance routine.
It's a dance routine. Like you could learn something like from a Janet Jackson video. Like you can learn a routine. It's awesome. It's amazing. And Lennon can dance. Like she is awesome.
What I would give to just sit and watch videos of her dancing.
I know. She's amazing.
Really?
Yeah. No, truly
like not just
great.
like a comedian dancing.
She can dance. She can dance. Like great. And she feels the music, Something my Jewish body won't let me do.
Now I'm going to come out on a limb here.
Okay.
Talking of friends I'm attracted to.
Okay.
Lennon will get me good.
Lennon, you got a sweet spot
because
for?
You know what I'll tell you? I can tell that she feels the music.
She does.
And you might not see it at first glance.
No, but she feels it in her body. It's a part of her.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So it was a great class. I don't remember if we had to go across the floor or not. That is something either I've blocked it out or we didn't have to.
What I think you and I would really enjoy, but I don't think there is such a class, which is learning one from a chorus line.
I know it.
What?
I know it, Casey.
You do this without me?
No, I did it in high school. But it
never left
me. And I know the ballet routine from that same chorus line beginning when it goes da 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 da. I know it.
What are you saying?
I know these moves.
Okay, now I'm sitting here with an ice pack on and I can't walk currently. But when I'm rehabbed, I'm just spitballing here.
Yeah.
Is there any way we could somehow tie it to the housewives and be forced, and I put in quotes, to learn it for our work?
I would love to.
You could teach it.
I know it, but like parts of it are a little, but if I watched it, I would definitely know all of it.
Is it something with a ton of practice we could even get?
Yes. Oh, for sure. I got it at 16. But my body's a different place, and then I did hurt a knee irrevocably. That said, I can teach it.
Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. Let's just be thinking about that.
Yes, I know. And it's pretty impressive.
Now back to Rinna.
Yes.
So I know everyone struggles with their own body. Like even you, Danielle, I have to say, like the fact that you would be scared to go across the floor, I contend you should just be walking around in that lingerie Matt got you. And same with Rinna. Like Rinna's got quite a hot bod.
Mm-hmm. Well, in this book, basically this book reads like Rinna's just talking and someone's writing it down. Like it's not the best book I've ever read.
I got to tell you, I disagree. I liked what I just heard.
Well, I think that's where she spent a lot of her time was in the intro.
She really doubled down on that.
Yeah, she doubled down on the intro because she knows that most people don't make it through most books.
She's a hustler. She knows the game.
She hustles. And the rest of the book just reads like she's making lists. list of what she eats in a day.
Tell me everything.
Okay.
Get to these pages.
Okay. So
all right, let's skip now if we may.
Yeah.
I'd love you to do a little reading, Danielle, about Rinna's diet.
Yes, for sure. Okay, now Rinna talks a lot about what she eats, but one tip I thought was fascinating. Because she's like, I've never been a dieter.
Bullshit.
But she just doesn't eat.
So she's never been a dieter because she's an anorexic.
Because she doesn't eat food. No, she says, okay, she has a few little like tricks of the trade, but one thing that blew my mind, and I could see really being helpful, is before every meal you have.
She gives Harry a lap dance?
For every meal you have, to curb your appetite, drink a cup of vegetable or chicken broth.
And what? So she's not a dieter, yet she does the most extreme thing I've ever heard.
Yes, before every meal. She says, because that will cut your appetite in half. So before you dig into a meal, have a cup, which is a lot, of chicken or vegetable
Where's
broth.
she getting this on the go in LA? April looks stunned. This is shock. I thought you were going to say water, and I was like, I could try that.
No, chicken broth or vegetable broth. You can get it at the supermarket. I cook with it all the time. For Swanson's, it does not say.
Sounds like my grandma. You can get it at the supermarket.
You can get it at the market. Just go to the Piggly Wiggly. Get you a Swanson's.
Wild.
Yeah.
Worth a shot.
I know. That's what I was thinking. I was like, I could see that really disgusting me and also filling me.
Let me ask this. Do you think it would taste good on its own, the stock?
Well, I've had a little bit because I've cooked. It's broth, not stock. Stock is thicker. Broth is basically
Because I'm thinking stock.
No, stock is thicker.
Okay, I gotta eat this with a spoon?
No, broth is kind of basically like chicken soup, but probably like less salty and less full of like.
Guess what, Danielle?
What?
I'm in.
I knew it. I told you. I was like, this is something.
April, get your ass to the market.
Get your ass to the Piggly Wiggly. Get me some Swanson stock.
This is wild. Okay,
I know.
go on.
So I thought that was, and then she of course has like liquid salad, cleansing lemonade, like all these we've seen and done a million
these
times.
are not just diets, Danielle. They're like extreme weight loss tactics.
Well, she says these are things you can do.
I think she's so into this world, and I've met an actress like this. Mm-hmm. This is their life. You know how they always say it's not a diet, it's a lifestyle. Their lifestyle is an extreme diet. And so they are able to say with a straight face, like, I don't diet. Like, this is just me.
Yeah. No, I believe this. There's a whole chapter. It goes on and on. Here are things she says are big no-nos. Ready?
I've never been more.
Anything that contains lots of sodium. And it also says 11 highlights, meaning like so many people have highlighted, they like tell you that like this is a big highlight section, like your Kindle.
I mean, is 11 so many?
Well, when only 14 people have bought the book, I would say yes. No, I'm kidding. Okay. And I thought the book got a real boost this week from her talking about how her daughter gave blowjobs about it.
It definitely did.
Okay, soda. Even diet soda bloats you.
Ooh.
Processed foods, no duh. Bad carbs, white flour, white pasta, white rice, sugar.
When was this written?
I want to say like when she was it was around the time she did Dancing with the Stars. So whenever that was.
So not that long ago?
Not that long ago, but also not since she's been on Real Housewives.
Like in the 2000s?
Yeah. Unclear.
Okay.
Unclear because I did not look at the date.
Great.
And then also artificial sweeteners.
I can't give that up personally.
Yeah, no,
you
me
don't
neither.
use those, do you?
What?
Do you have Splenda?
No, I don't. I have just regular sugar though.
To me, regular sugar just doesn't sweeten anything.
It does. You just have to wait longer.
Interesting.
Like on a coffee, you just have to, like I used to only use Sweet and Low, and I would be like, but if you just wait a little bit longer, it does. It just takes longer to absorb in the drink.
I don't have that kind of time.
Okay, now here is this. Oh, wait. Here's what is your 7-day detox meal plan.
Got it. Ready?
Rule of thumb: breakfast, water.
I'm sorry? Come again?
Water, 8-ounce glass, 1 cup of oatmeal made with water or low-fat milk, and yogurt with berries and cinnamon.
Okay, that's doable.
One mid-morning snack. Pick one. A protein or power bar, a handful of almonds, a sliced apple,
Or chicken broth.
or green tea. No, that's all this in conjunction with lunch, 3-bean chili,
Ew.
and that's it.
What? That was my only option.
That's your only option.
I like all those beans.
Mid-afternoon snack. Trail mix. Dip made of like avocados, tomatoes, hummus, water.
Okay.
Fiber charge.
I'm sorry?
It's combine a tablespoon of Benefiber or other fiber powder with a packet of Emergency.
Ew.
And water.
That's the most disgusting thing I've ever heard.
That's disgusting. She is shitting all day long.
Jeez, I just picture shit smeared all over those boobs.
Oh yeah, there's shit. There's shit. There is shit.
Okay.
And then dinner is a salad or a dynamic dinner omelet.
Dynamic dinner omelet.
Yeah, according to her.
And that's when she's cleansing, or that's her every day?
I feel like that's her cleanse, but I could also see it being her every day.
I like that she allows you a power bar.
Yeah, I like that she allows you to shit your pants all day.
Okay. Wow.
So that's food. That's a whole chapter. And this is not a long book. It's 133 pages tops, I think. And so this takes up a great deal.
She's not wrong to know that food is what we want out of her.
No, she knows. I will say that this book made me love her in a way. Like I had sort of gotten off the Rinna train last year because of ridiculousness, but she is charming as fuck in this book.
And I have to say, this year on Beverly Hills, I'm really feeling like there's just something about Rinna has wanted this fame so badly. Yeah. And now I feel ready to give it to her.
Oh, me too. I feel like she's earned it. Now, I want you to read this next chapter, Casey.
Okay.
And this is talking about sex. And this is what she says about blowjobs and hand jobs. And
wow.
I really...
You mean the chapter that her preteen daughter taught her how to give, quote, head?
Yeah. And in this book, she also has pictures that they've drawn because they're like 7 at the time. So it's really dark if you think of it that way.
Oh my God. It did crack me up so bad when she goes, I can't believe I wrote this.
I know.
She wasn't, I like that she went back to ground zero. It wasn't like, I can't believe my daughters read this. It was like, I can't believe I wrote this.
I wrote this.
I think in a way when she wrote it, and this is how I feel on the podcast, I say things that are I should be so ashamed of,
me too.
But I know not that many people are listening. And so I think when she wrote this, it was like, who cares about me? Oh, now. Wow. Okay.
It's amazing. Okay. Now this is probably what Delilah, it's called.
Or Amelia.
Seal
I don't know
which
is who is
I don't think it matters. The Seal and the Ring.
Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. I was just going to say, do we know which is the blonde and which is the brunette?
No. And even though I've read an entire book, I still don't.
Because I was going to say, maybe we can come up with like a little way to remember. But we don't know.
No, we don't know.
Okay.
The Seal and the Ring.
Oh, gorgeous. Okay, here we go. The Seal and the Ring. This is a great technique I learned from Lou. Who's Lou?
Oh, sorry. Lou was a sex coach she went to when she was having some postpartum.
Maybe I should look up Lou. Basically, it is the first and most important step to giving great oral sex. Form the seal by closing your thumb and index finger around your mouth, like you're making, oh my God, like you're making the okay sign.
Oh.
Well, that helps because I didn't really know what she meant.
Gives me a visual.
Then with your thumb and forefinger, tighten. Ooh, this is a lot of work. Tighten and release the pressure.
Ooh.
This, known as the ring, controls how deeply the penis enters your mouth. By using the seal and the ring, you can create a deep throat sensation without taking the entire penis into your mouth. Parentheses, this move also prevents gagging. Continue to let your hands help you. Use your seal and ring hand to twist the shaft. And don't forget, quote, the stepchildren, Lou's term for the testicles, as they tend to be ignored. With your free hand. Are there any free hands, Danielle?
How many do we have?
Fondle or stroke his testicles, and this is in italics, very lightly. And remember, technique is important. As you don't want to hurt anything, cover those teeth. But enthusiasm and willingness are also just as important. Your partner's response will give you all the encouragement you need.
Beautiful. End scene.
Wow.
Now, when it first said the seal and the ring, I pictured a buddy cartoon comedy between a seal and a little ring.
Now, Danielle, there's another little snippet.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I'd love you to read.
You would love for me to read?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
This is kind of, it seems to be a bit of a mantra and a way to really get your mojo back that she learned from Lou, it seems, after postpartum.
Okay.
I'd love to hear this.
I believe you have to play. Notice I didn't say work to keep your sex life alive. I wear sexy lingerie and dress up in costumes. Maid, nurse, you name it.
Does she wear her adult diapers?
I dance and strip for Harry. My philosophy is I can't cook. I'm no good at cleaning my house, but I can service my husband in the bedroom. For most men, sex is more important than putting food on the table. But the main reason my husband is so happy is because I am willing to be sexy and sexual. That is it in a nutshell. Letting your man know you are attracted to him and willing and eager to go there anywhere with him is an incredible turn on. Harry couldn't care less that I burn spaghetti and can't work the vacuum. I joke that all any woman needs to do is please her man. To please her man is to walk into a room and bend over.
Okay, now forgive me for getting into technicalities. When she says bend over, does she mean like bend over for a blowjob or bend over to get fucked up the ass?
I think she just means like, you know, like that whole like, like from like Legally Blonde, like bend and snap, like just them seeing you bending over from behind and having the illusion that you're going to take it in the ass is like enough to like get them going.
In the ass. I guess you could
just
bend
like
over
take them from behind.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's,
if I bent over, I would again, break my back.
I wouldn't get up again. No, there's one more.
There needs to be a chapter for what about if your back's gone out?
That's what this next thing is.
I would like
you to read this. This is called the amazing basket technique.
Okay.
And I need you to read it.
Okay.
Starts at the bottom.
The amazing basket technique. Step 1. Now she claims, I'm sorry, because I just glanced before, it said that this technique saved her when the spark had gone out.
Yes. When she wasn't ready for it, when she didn't want to take Harry into her.
Ew.
This saved her life and their marriage.
You know what's saving my life and this conversation is knowing that Harry is a very attractive man. Like if this was a PK or someone we had to imagine.
Harry is very attractive.
The amazing basket technique. Step 1, apply lubricant to both hands. Step 2, clasp your hands together, interlacing your fingers. Step 3, relax your thumbs, forming a hole between your thumbs and your forefingers. Okay. Lower your clasped hands onto his penis. The fit should be snug. In essence, you're creating an imposter vagina. Okay, everybody getting that? Step 5. Move your clasped hands up and down the shaft, maintaining a firm yet gentle hold. Step 6. Twist your clasped hands slowly as they go up and down the shaft. So you're moving up and twisting back and forth. Much like the movement. I think
she was doing that the other day, like on the show, like when she said, like when she was kind of mimicking giving a hand job.
I see. Much like the movement inside a washing machine. Use one long twist per shaft length. Oh, this is important, Danielle. Use one long shift per shaft length, not quick swishing back and forth as I would have thought.
Yeah.
One up, one down.
It feels like it takes a little more of my body than I thought it would, than most hand jobs do.
And now she says, don't get me wrong. I know from experience that getting back in the saddle can be tough. And we've all been there. You're just not in that place when you want to be taken by Harry Hamlin. Rarely do both partners want to have sex at the same time, but here's a tip. Try to think about it as though you're going to the gym or attending a social event. Often, she's not wrong here, I want to say. Often you dread going, but once you get there, you're glad you did and you feel great afterwards. For most of us, psyching ourselves up for sex is all about shutting off those voices in our heads, hiding our to-do lists. But what if sex is on your to-do list? And throwing caution to the wind. I firmly believe that sex and all it includes, emotional and physical connection, is one of the most important parts of a happy relationship. If you don't have that, your relationship will become less intimate in other ways. And one day you'll wake up and realize you and your mate are living together as roommates and not lovers.
Wow. Beautiful. That's like a short story.
Wow. This book was worth every $11.
All $11.
Wow.
I mean, I ran out to my Kindle and bought it immediately. It was like she had a few other just little tips that she gave in the book, little nuggets. She never sung or danced before she was in the Broadway musical Chicago.
What? I thought she was dancing all over for Harry in the bedroom.
She was an aerobics instructor and a jazzercise instructor, but had never danced or sung professionally before she hit the Broadway stage. I know, it made me furious because here are we dancing and singing.
Willing to not go to a dance class.
Yes, but like putting ourselves out there as dancers and singers, those no one's have asked us to.
And at my age, if I ever were to get a shot, it's going to be like Mama Morton.
No, you're a whatchamacallit.
Well, I've missed my window. I needed to be like Maria on The Sound of Music.
No, Candy Burris right now is
she Mama Morton?
I believe she's one of the two, but I'm not sure. She's who are the other
She's
two?
Mama Morton.
You think so?
I feel like Mama Morton is the role they just like throw a reality star.
I believe Nene might have been Mama Morton.
Everyone's been Mama Morton.
I think so. I wonder if Lisa Rinna was Mama Morton.
No, I think Lisa Rinna was Roxy.
You think so?
In maybe a community production.
No, Broadway. She was on Broadway. You and I have not been on Broadway. Lisa Rinna, Nene, Candy deserves to be. She's got a voice. She's a professional singer.
Even Sonia has been in Sex Tips for a Straight Man, which
she's
is
been
closer
off
to The Great White Way than I've been.
And
even Gigi from Shaws of Sunset was also in that production.
She was? Oh, good for her. Other things, for getting ready for the red carpet takes her 3 weeks. She said for one red carpet appearance, she starts 3 weeks out. Yeah. Casey's looking at me as if she's died, that she can't see anymore. She's alive, but all vision has.
What?
She takes 3 weeks to get ready for a red carpet appearance, according to this book. Like starting with like spray tans and workouts and eating, like 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm. And what does she do now? Because I feel like at that time, maybe she had 3 a year, and now she just in a constant state of ready.
Maybe she's in a state of ready, like constantly being spray tan, constantly eating a handful of almonds, like whatever she's doing.
Now, I know an actress friend named Angela Trimber who told me that she has such a great body. And this was around when we were both actually starring in your husband's production of Freak Dance, the musical. So I have been in musicals.
Yeah, you have.
And I was the lead of that musical at one time. So I said to Angela, you look so amazing. And she's a dancer and her body is off the charts.
Yes.
And I'm like, what are you up to? And she goes, you know what? Because I know she likes to eat like I do, you know, and she goes, Casey, I was so tired of having to get my body ready and the panic that comes with trying to look your best when something comes up last minute, not even a red carpet, a wedding or whatever. She goes, I just decided to always be ready.
I don't understand.
I'll never forget it.
That's terrible. She
Always
should
be
be
ready.
shot.
But she is always ready.
So is Lisa.
Angela Trimber's ready.
Oh, yeah. She's beautiful. Now, before we go, I also watched a movie that starred one Lisa Rinna and one Harry Hamlin from 2002. It is terrible.
Did they produce this?
Must have. It felt like a movie of the week, but I believe it was for a theatrical release. It is called Sex, Lies, and Obsession. And this is, in IMDb, it's described as a high school drama teacher, played by Lisa Rinna, struggles to keep her family together after she discovers her husband's sexual addiction, played by Harry Hamlin, starring Harry Hamlin, Lisa Rinna, and Kevin. That's just what it says.
What?
I don't know who Kevin is. I assume he's one of the stars.
We need to talk about Kevin.
That's all it said in the IMDb description.
Maybe Kevin was just like, I'm so embarrassed. I can't put my last name. I need to go. It was Kevin Bacon.
It made me laugh so hard.
I thought you were going to say an Amelia.
No, just Kevin. So just so you know that. So midpoint of the movie, at least Carrie has been caught again, like with prostitutes. He's been arrested. He is.
I'm sorry. Carrie is the man's name?
Oh, no, Harry. Sorry,
okay.
Harry. Harry has been caught. He's been with prostitutes. It has been a long road. Lisa keeps having to like bail him out. She's like done. So she finally, this is the first time she's in an actual jail. He keeps, like at first she just thought he was cheating, but turns out like he literally like goes to Pittsburgh and he's like, he goes to the hotel clerk and he's like, tell me the places in town I should avoid. And they're like, avoid Westerberg Street. And then he's like, to the cabbie, take me to Westerberg Street.
That's actually a nice twist.
Yeah. And then he goes there and like gets a massage. It's just the worst movie.
Okay.
But anyway, he's got a sex addiction. And then there is a powerful scene between the two of them. That
Lisa's had it.
Yeah, she's had it. This drama teacher has had it.
Yeah.
And let me just get to that.
Great.
This is not what...
How many times do you expect me to believe that? A prostitute?
You tried to pick up a prostitute?
No, I didn't.
What the hell were you thinking?
Look, listen.
No, you listen to me. I feel like a fool. How could you do this to me, and how could you do this to the boys?
There was a detour. I got lost. I just stopped to ask for directions, that's all.
What, directions to your private parts? Cameron, why did you call me? What could you possibly want from me now?
They impounded my car.
You wanted a ride home. Are you kidding me? Oh, you don't have a home. Not anymore. Not with me, you don't.
I'm speechless.
Powerful.
I'm left speechless.
Stuff. I mean, this is Bogey and Bacall stuff here.
Oh, this is Hepburn and Tracy.
This is
Seth Rogen and
James Franco.
guys, you don't have a home.
You don't have a home. Not with me, you don't.
And I don't mean to be cruel, but they are really jockeying for worst performance.
It's not a great movie in so many ways.
Thank you for that, Danielle.
You're welcome. I watched a lot of bad to get to that.
I mean, is it bad? Because I actually love it.
It's bad.
Okay. Okay. Cameron needs to stop stepping out on Lisa.
No, sure. It was not great, but it's done, and
we've learned a lot.
We learned a lot.
Basket. Don't forget, guys.
The basket, and not so tight a grip.
And yeah, not so tight in the ring and the seal.
And drink that chicken broth.
Bye, Danielle.
Bye, Casey.